from Blue Rose Kennels, sponsored by Canine Chronicle TV. And today I'm here with Kim Booth, and we're going to go over some etiquette on dog show photography, what you should and shouldn't know, things that are being respectful of your show photographer. So 1 second, and I'll switch the camera around and we'll ask him some questions.
The first thing I want to say in this is that all the photographers at dog shows are independent contractors, so that everything that applies to us does not necessarily apply to everyone, because everyone does business in a little bit of a different way. And so each photographer you have to approach differently because their policies are not necessarily the same.
How do you feel about people using your photos that have copyright on them? If they take them from your website and they see the copyright is on them, say they're purchasing them from you, but they still use that copyrighted picture on a Facebook post. How do you, as photographers in general, you personally, but photographers in general, feel about that?
Photographers in general don't like that a lot. It is a copyright infringement. No one sells their watermarked images or their proofs. They sell actual finished photos, images, digital files, whatever you want to get. But as far as taking like a screen grab of something that has a watermark on it and using it, we don't permit that, and most photographers, if they're professional, don't permit it either.
So what do you do if you see someone has done it? Because we see it happen all the time, and we always wonder, is that a professional thing to do or not? It's obviously not professional, not accepted. So
No.
what is a standard process for if someone has done that to your work?
Yeah, using a watermarked image is actually stealing your image because they're not for sale. What we do is we approach the person, inform them that it's on our site, that it tells them you can't do that. They're not for use for anything but viewing, to view and order the picture. But you're not allowed to reproduce it in any form anywhere. And we ask them to immediately remove it from wherever they put it and give them the option to remove it. If they refuse, our first action we do then is that we stop posting their images to our online gallery, and they will either have to purchase the photo sight unseen or prepay to have their photo, because you can't just continue a business and have people steal your product and survive.
Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. And how about those that take the photos over your shoulders with their phone cameras or iPads?
That is just as big a problem for us that we fight tooth and nail, because that's basically stealing an image also. We're contracted to get a nice record photo of your win, and we do the best we can, and if someone takes the image over our back and then doesn't buy it, that's a big problem for us. Or if they take the picture over our back and it doesn't turn out well, and they publish it and it has our name on it, they think we took a bad picture. It's no different than if you were to go to Olin Mills for a portrait and take your camera in there and shoot over that photographer's shoulder. I think they'd throw you out of the building.
Absolutely.
So there's no difference.
Absolutely. And how do you feel about when people come up on the podium, take a lot of time brushing their dog, and you have a long line of people waiting for photos? What would you like to say to people for courtesy on that?
Basically, we like to give people as much time as they need to get their dog looking the way they like it, but you have to consider a couple of things when you do that. Number one, if there are a lot of other people waiting, you should be ready when you come up to try and get it done as quickly as possible. The other thing is that all the judges at dog shows are on time schedules, and it's not our time you're infringing on, it's the judges' time.
Perfect.
And if they get behind, then they're not going to take any pictures for anyone else later. So really, you basically have to consider the judges' time, not ours, because we're here to please, but the judges have a schedule.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. And is there anything else that you would like exhibitors to remember that are useful tips when working with a photographer at dog shows?
Yeah, there's a few things actually. Number one, when you come in for a picture, kind of be ready, know what you expect. If you have something special you want to present in the photo, like a particular angle you like on the body or the head, tell the photographer, because they may look at a breed and prefer a different angle to what you yourself might actually want. especially if you have something specific about that dog you want to show. The other thing is when you come in for a picture, try and relax, because everyone wants to work together to get you that nice photograph. And if you come in and you're nervous and you're a little shaky about it, it's going to go right down the lead to the dog, and it's going to make it harder for the dog to look good in the picture. So just relax, take your time, get it right.
Yeah.
But you just have to do it efficiently, and
Yes.
you can do both. One of the things I wanted to comment on in this is that when you get a photo, it's a record photo of the win. It's not necessarily a portrait session. The photographer, the dog, and the handler are all involved, and all three have to be cooperative and on for that day. It's not just the photographer's fault, it's not just the handler's fault, or it's not just the dog's fault when it comes out, or it doesn't come out. It takes a mutual effort from all three. And the one involved in that doesn't realize that they're having a picture taken is the dog. So you have to be ready to get the picture when the dog is ready. So you may not always look perfect, because you have to get it when the dog looks ready for you. As far as different policies with photographers for purchasing or not purchasing photos, some photographers want you to buy everything that's taken. And when you get a record photo taken, like I say, it's not a portrait. So as long as your dog looks good, we have provided for you what you would like to have, which is a record photo of your win. Portrait sessions can be arranged, but you can't do that in the few minutes that you have with your judge. So as far as whether you should purchase the photo or not, the standard policy is that you should. Some photographers require it. We don't necessarily require it if the picture doesn't turn out well. When you're considering whether to buy or not buy the picture, we're taking the photo under the assumption that you are going to buy it, because we're providing a service for you, and there is no secondary market for the product we deliver to you. And as far as the cost of this business, it's not just the travel and the time, it's also the equipment, and there are just so much production involved with it. Every photographer has a pretty big overhead. So when you decide not to purchase a photo you had us take, you need to support your photographer if you want us to keep being here. That's basically all.
Thank you again, everyone, for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video today. If you like what we're doing here, please subscribe to our Blue Rose Kennels YouTube channel and continue to watch us on Canine Chronicle TV. That's it, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye-bye.